I do have a few things I'd like to go over with, but I got to give my testimony first because every brother that's got up and spoke to what they were assigned to do, I am the living product.
All right. Amen.
I'm the living product because I say that because I was a country boy. It may not look like it, but I'm a country boy, born and raised. That's my brother right there. He can attest to it. When I graduated high school, it was back in the older days, and left home with no education but a high school education. But my father had instilled us the work ethic.
Yes.
And he was a man that feared God, so he believed in God. He instilled that in us, in God. So I took all that, knowing that I did not have the education, but I had the will to work.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Like your brother said, you got to learn the skill. I learned the skill.
Yes.
Yeah.
I worked the skill. Like the brother Stewart says, I've been in that position. I worked the skill. I got the skills. I got in front of VPs, vice presidents of the company, presidents of the company, CEOs of the company, and moved.
Yes.
And at that point, in the management era, once a brother gets hungry like that and begins to show other people that they are intelligent, us as black folks are intelligent creatures, and don't let nobody tell us that we're not.
That's right.
Because we can dominate, we can create, and we can do just about anything we set our minds
That's
to.
right. That's right.
And with that, I stayed in management corporate world for 40 years. For 40 years. And it's a lot of stuff comes with that. A lot of mess comes with being in the corporate world. You have to have God on your side. If you don't have God on your side, you will lose it. So I moved up the ladder. They pushed me. They said I couldn't do this. I wasn't going to do this. But I was creating and kept improving and running guys, and the division that I was over with, we was the top. So they bring new people in, and they don't really vibe with you. So after so many years, they want to try to force you out of the game. So what I done, after 30 years, like the brother back there, the finance brother did, I would start preparing myself for a day anyway to leave and get out of the corporate world. I want to just live and see what living was really about. We learned that as little boys as we grow up. Like these Pastor Walter's little boys, they living right now. They ain't got no worries.
Amen.
Mom and dad takes care of everything they need. So my mom and dad provided me to a certain extent. Then I relied on my other father to take care of me. And he sent me down the road, and he said I would take care of all your needs, because we can do all things through Christ. That strengthens us.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
And you know, we're not perfect. I wasn't. I failed. I did things I shouldn't have done. Did things that I know was wrong to do. But as a young man, you have to learn those lessons. Every one of our kids that grow up, believe me, they're going to go through hard times. You know, and we want to guide them right, steer them right, teach them right, and learn them right. I'll get to my notes here on fatherhood in a minute, but I had to, Pastor, see that? I just had to get up here and give my testimony. But like I said, I did all that. We all done it. We've been in the streets. We went to the clubs. We, like the brother said, come Sunday morning, all you got to eat is popcorn. We went up and bought Florisman, completed extra clothes back in the day. I mean, it was clean. Car clean, everything clean. Pocket full of money on that day. You know, pocket full of money on that day, but it was fun. And you know what? Like I say, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. But after I got older as a man, and once I hit my 30s, and I said, well, you know, this is getting kind of old. So I had girlfriends, several, and I had met one, which is still my wife today. I married her, and I've been married for 33 years.
That's a blessing.
And my son is 31. So I started everything about when I was 30, because I had to try to get all that mess out. Excuse me. But, you know, I did, because I had to have the right set of mind to deal with what I was dealing with.
That's right.
But all the time, as I'm going through this, and like brother said, put yourself around positive people that think positive and know money. And so I was around those people. So I started saving my money and spending my money at the age of 19. 401ks, Fidelity, all of them, I knew about it. I invested in them at the age of 19. Yeah, I went out and blew money. I wish I could get all that money back. Because I would probably build my pastor a heck of a church. But right now I can't do that. But anyway, as all that goes through and I'm living life and I've worked, at the age of 59, on my job, dealing with all that corporate mess, I got fed up. I said, I'm done. So I retired at the age of 59. I was done with working. I ain't working no more. So that's what I did. I stopped. Called up my financial advisor. He said, okay, Gary, you can get this, that, and this, or whatever else you want. I said, set that up every month for me. Because I ain't coming down there to get no check. You just send that straight to the bank. You know, send that to the bank, and then once it hit my bank, I'm good. So, like I say, being smart and listening to people, young men, it's got its advantages.
Yes, it does.
It's got its advantages. Everyone that's got up and spoke, take heed to something that they said and use it.
Amen.
Because it will benefit you later in life.
Amen.
Because at, like say, 59, which my brother can tell you, I was done working. I've built a house. I live in the country. I have acreage. And I have peace of mind.
That's it.
I've worked Dallas, all over Dallas. I had tons of areas of Dallas that I've worked. But I got so sick of the traffic, I said, I will never go back to Dallas. If I have to go to Dallas for anything, it'll be just to come to church or whatever it may be. But to just come to Dallas and hang out, I prefer not to. Because I ripping and running, what's so good about having a plan for your life and let God guide you is that He's not going to fail you. He's going to lead you in the right direction. So even the day that I gave it up, they said, well, Gary, what you going to do? I said, whatever God tells me to do. And I can tell you, this was not one of them. This was not one of them for me to deliver the book, the gospel. As my brother could tell you, I didn't have an idea I would do this. I taught. When I was in corporate, I did seminars. We did tons of seminars in front of a huge amount of people. I done that. But still, when you get in the presence of the God and godly people, there is a fear. Because you do not want to fail Him. So I have to be faithful to Him, to what I do. And so I'm still listening to Him. I haven't been in ministry that long, as Pastor Lamont says. No, I haven't. I didn't go to no school. He just called me. And I don't just throw me away and say, well, you ain't gonna be nothing anyway. That kills everything inside that young man. When you tell them that as a father, it just crushes them. Because all they want to do is to be proud, want you to be proud of them. Just like one day as pastors and children of God and ladies of God, we want to hear that day, well done, son. That's an accomplishment from God that he would tell us when we get to step into heaven. But these young guys, young kids, they're not that point. They're not that point. So we have to encourage them, be with them, protect them, raise them, teach them, nourish them, and everything until they are of age. And when they become a man, then they're responsible for their own actions. And like I say, today, becoming a man, that's kind of on the fence because you got kids of 17, 18-year-olds got 34 babies already. So they think they're a man, they can't tell you anything, but when they need something, who they come to? Come to dad or mom. Can you help me? And what are we going to do? Now you're grown. Now you're 18 and you made mistakes. I am here for you until that day. But me, everything that's been said and done in this seminar, which is just a tip of the iceberg, which I'm quite sure every one of us could get on it and elaborate more and more and get more in depth into it and be here till next week. But like I say, we want to give thanks to Reverend Lamont Walker for putting this together. You know, a diamond starts from a piece of coal.
All right.
And he's got the piece of gold. He's already started.
All right.
And brothers need this. I wish brothers in neighborhoods that just would come and get the advice that we can give them. People that's been through things. That is the best. That's the best teacher that we can get. I didn't get into a lot of biblical things because I started talking and everybody just threw me off my game, and I said, I got to get part of that game. I got to get, they are talking some good stuff. I mean, and that's the best teaching. Sometimes you don't have to have a man up there just preaching and telling you what God likes. Sometimes you need somebody to talk to that understands, that knows. You know, that is the biggest teacher to young men instead of just letting them go and find out by themselves. So maybe one day we'll be able to get those young men, or we have to go mentor them young men somewhere, somehow, in some way. Amen. And I want to thank every one of you guys for participating and showing up. And I'm not going to hold Lamont Walker here hostage all night because we could. He would be asleep. But thank you guys, and I appreciate it for the time. Amen. Thank you.